All right, how are we doing here? I mean, it looks decent. All right, I guess we will roll with this. What is going on, people? Back for another session here. Jerry Cadorette versus Alex Kurdecha. Damn. Where do we start? So, East versus West, 14, upcoming, August 10th, Orlando, Florida. I've seen the card, and one of the matches, of course, is Kurdecha versus Jerry, right hand. One of the first, I guess, I would say preconceived notions. I instantly, soon as I saw this match, my first thought was Jerry's going to smoke Kurdecha. I don't think it's like that anymore. I think Kurdecha runs him over. Hear me out. If you look just previously at, I mean, it's something we've talked about for quite a bit of time at this point, but there's been a lot of talk about who could face Levon next. Lalaton, Kurdecha. Who else? Besides a 1 year out prep from Devin Larratt. Seriously. But in all seriousness, Kurdecha, Lalaton. So how do I see this going down? If you just look at the previous matches of, let's just say of Kurdecha and Cadorette, when they both fought Georgi Tsvetskov, Cadorette faced Georgi Tsvetskov last year in August. Kurdecha faced Tsvetskov earlier this year in April. And I do have this written down here. Let's see, where did I put it? No, right here. Anyways, how do I not have this written? I thought I had it written down. It doesn't matter at all. It's all good. But if you look on how these matches went and the time frames they took place, you have to give it to Kurdecha, who's going to win this match. When Jerry Cadorette fought Georgi Tsvetskov in, just last year, he won 3-2, but it was fairly difficult. I mean, the matches were extremely long. There was even a match where, I think it was in the second round, where Jerry is in for a full press. And his hand is, they're both on the strap. Jerry's in for a full press, and the match went so long and they slipped so much in the strap that Jerry's hand literally came out of the strap. Not something we haven't seen before, but it doesn't happen too often. And by the end of the match, I mean, by the end of, like, when Jerry won the match, he was sweating, man. Like, it's almost like as if he ran 3 marathons. He was so, I don't know if he was exhausted, but you could tell he had drained so much energy to pin Tsvetskov. And Jerry barely won in the 3rd round. I mean, so Jerry was in his flop press like usual, in a position just like this. Georgi Tsvetskov, literally in a high-end, like a top roll, which Georgi's like a little bit more of a short-levered guy, had him in a position just like this, sitting on an angle, and I don't know exactly what caused it, but as Georgi put some back pressure, his elbow just slipped barely off the pad, and instantly they fouled it, and then of course Jerry wins. But Jerry wins 3-2 after an absolute war with Georgi, and this is all I really need to see, because if you look, you fast forward April of 2024, well, Kurdecha faced Georgi, and it wasn't close. He marked him 3-0. Besides the matches being extremely fast, if you just look at the strength difference between Georgie and Kurdecha, when Kurdecha had him, it wasn't very similar to how Tsetskov was pulling him, but they're both top rollers. Georgie had a little bit more of like a low post, a little bit more of a low post, low hand top roll on Jerry versus Kurdecha when he faced Tsetskov. Kurdecha had a little bit more of a higher hand, but his back pressure in his hand, when he's controlling that hand, so let's say they're gripped up here, maybe you can't even do it. Okay, when he had his hand up, it wasn't posted extremely high, but it was about maybe in this position. And as he's coming over, the drag right here is literally pulling the fingers off at Tsetskov. So if we just compare, if we're just comparing both of these matches, let's look at this. Both have faced. And yeah, so let's just compare this. So Tsetskov faces Jerry last year, and he faces Kurdecha this year. Last year, so even a year ago, which you would technically be weaker than this year because you only essentially get stronger with time if you're always prepping, right? That's kind of how it works. You don't get weaker with time. At the time, Tsetskov and Jerry had an absolute war. 3 rounds, fouls, strap, long matches, sweating, barely getting pins. Jerry wins 3-2. Fast forward a year, well, almost a year, let's call it about 8 months. Gotten stronger, like we all do, with time. So he should have came in more prepped because you're facing a stronger dude. And Kurdecha walks him over. 3-0. Kurdecha's back pressure, way too much. His hand, I'm assuming, is larger. I have to, just based off the way I'm looking in the, I'm seeing on the footage, and the amount of pressure he's putting off. I mean, he's literally rolling off his fingers, like his fingers are like this small. So who do I see winning this match between Alex Kurdecha, Jerry Cadorette? I mean, like I said, initially, I really thought Jerry's going to be... I really think Jerry is somewhat of an underdog because, of course, his press is... I mean, I was going to say world class, but he's at the top of the world right now. An absolute crazy press. He's a nightmare for everyone. But when you look at where Alex Kurdecha is going, I mean, he's still been on the rise. He's coming for Levon. At least that's what it seems. That's what everyone wants. You have to give it to you have to give it to Alex. In my opinion. So we'll see what happens. August 10th, Orlando. There's so many good matches coming up. If you guys want to hear any more of my, I guess, thoughts on these matches coming up, let me know. But I'm excited. John Brzing's pulling, Leonidas. I mean, I can just go down the list, but a lot of good matches. A lot of good matches. Yeah. So today, still in Budapest, we leave, so today's Wednesday. We leave in 2 days. We leave on Friday in the afternoon. And it's 12, yeah, it's noon. It's noon. And the temperature, you know, I'm going to show you guys how crazy this is. Let's just do this. Budapest temperature. I'm going to put this on camera. Let's just see if it loads up for you guys. Oh yeah, you guys can see, look, 33 degrees. Come on, focus. 33 degrees Celsius. Wild, man. Oh, they're only announcing 34 for today and some thunder showers. Nice. Plan for the day, and I guess for the outlook of the rest of the trip. Today, we do some more sightseeing. We will probably go for dinner, do the usual, check out what's going on tonight. The problem when it's so hot is it drains your energy so bad. So we will see how it all kind of goes down, because when you're out there for quite a bit of time at plus 40, which has been literally the temperature every day, you come back into this beautiful air-conditioned place and you realize you don't really want to go back outside. So we'll see what happens. But tomorrow I finally have information, location, everything for the Arm Wrestling Club. So the Hungarian Arm Wrestling Club, I'm assuming there's a bunch of them, but the main one here in Budapest, which I think, I'm just guessing, I think it's the biggest club around, just based off it being in a city center. So I have contact information, supposed to be pulling tomorrow. I'm super excited. I'm definitely gonna film. I'm curious. I don't know how many people are gonna show up. I don't know how much the language barrier will play an effect, because if you guys don't know, the Hungarian language is one of the most difficult languages in the world. So for me to pull up here, luckily I have my girlfriend. She is Hungarian. That's part of the reason why we're here. But it'll be extremely interesting. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. Also, disclaimer, not an excuse, but I have not recovered at all from nationals. I did mention this in about 5 or 6 videos ago, that I was a little bit of an idiot as soon as I arrived here on vacation. Instead of me working out lightly, doing some blood flow, drinking lots of water, living such a beautiful, healthy lifestyle, I've been doing the complete opposite. I'm not proud of it, but drinking, going out, arm wrestling people at festivals, arm wrestling people at home, family members, friends, and what do you think happens when that happens when you haven't recovered? You get injured. And so 3 days after nationals had happened and I arrived in Hungary, the first thing I'm doing is, the first thing I'm doing is arm wrestling, and I hurt myself. So we'll see how tomorrow goes. I haven't been taking any supplements. I have not been eating clean. I am at my worst spot I could be post-nationals. So I was gonna get murked anyway at this practice, and now I'm really going to get murked. We'll see what happens. We leave back for Canada, leave back for Victoria in 2 days, and then it's time to get back on the grind. However, tomorrow's an arm wrestling practice. I'm so freaking excited. So far in Hungary, I've been to Lake Balaton. It's a beautiful lake resort. I didn't really get any footage. I would love to show you guys, but I don't really have much to show. Amazing time. Then we went to my girlfriend's hometown, Szentes, which is about 2 hours from Budapest. Spent another week there with some family, had a good time, and now we are spending our final days here in Budapest, enjoying the city, actually getting the full Hungarian experience. I'm thinking on doing a video at some point in the near future, just giving you maybe like 3 things I really like about this country, 3 things I really hate, and just talking about the experience here. If you guys ever think about coming this way, I think it might be interesting to you guys. Not so much arm wrestling oriented, but we'll figure it out. But yeah, spend the next 2 days here, enjoy, have some food. Oh, and I think this is maybe a European thing, but I know at least in Hungary, they make the best pizza. They make the best pizza. So putting that out there. I've eaten pizza. I know I'm getting a little off topic here. I know I've eaten pizza in Greece, Italy, Norway, Spain. I don't know if I've eaten pizza in Spain, but I've eaten pizza in quite a few places in Europe, and this place, as of right now, takes the #1 spot. But I'm going to sign off. I will catch you guys in the next one, which will be tomorrow. So yeah, I'll see you guys soon. Peace. Oh.